So day 2 of the YCS is about to unpack. I've had the chance to look at some interesting data that has been happening out here and just kind of my thoughts and everything that I'm seeing, at least as day 1 and kind of we get halfway through the weekend here. Alright, to the 30% of you that have not smashed the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button, smash it so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Now, I shouldn't have to tell you this, but if you've watched the stream, I feel like we've noticed two things. One, there's a lot of Kashtira mirror matches. A lot. And I mean, I can't tell you the amount of times that I've kind of tuned in and I've been like, is this all we're going to see today? And I mean, it is a Team YCS. You're going to have to understand that when we go to look at like the end results of this, this isn't going to be really your average data at the end of the day, so I just want to be like very upfront about that when it comes to analyzing this event. Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting because there will be cases of teammates that will be carrying bad players / bad decks / bad ideas, and then there will be, you know, good results overall. So I mean, you always have the teammate that, well, I guess you always have those stories where like the one teammate does bad and then got carried, and you'll see like this really refined, polished herd, and then people will start playing it and it turns into an entire mess out here. But I just want to be upfront and say that data for this, it's going to be very interesting. Now, on that same thought, back to the whole Kashtira. There's been so much Kashtira on stream. I feel like it's been forced down my throat at this point. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's cash money, $1 million decks everywhere, man. Like, this community really is rich. Insert joke over there. But that's the first thing. Number two, Labyrinth has had a pretty decent performance / showing. I'm not hopping on the Labyrinth train or anything, choo-choo, but, you know, I think it's been kind of nice to see a back row deck actually working right now. Anybody else? Anybody else? Oh, wait. You're all still sore after all of the Flaunderies players and all of the barrier statue shenanigans? Just get good, all right? That's the solution to everything here. So, yeah, those were like the two biggest things I took away from the YCS just from watching the stream was a lot of Kashtira and Labyrinth has been some... Oh, wait, Ninjas? 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 Wait, Ninjas were on a feature match and on stream? Oh, wait. Couldn't be. Well, evidently, Ninjas did get a showcase on the stream. Now, I'm not surprised. I mean, the amount of Ninja players, I mean, to be honest, Jesse Cotton was making an entire talk about the deck. He did an entire showcase on it, and a lot of people were very excited to see that. Now, on top of that, I can tell you from, you know, just some of the comments I get, Ninjas have a very strong community in this game. And I just want to point out here that if you didn't think that this deck wasn't going to get some love somewhere, deck's pretty cool. All right, and like I said, I believe they got a round 6 feature match as well. I'd go check that out in the written portion, so that'll be something for you to kind of look forward to. So, was it a good weekend for Ninjas? I mean, I'd consider a showing for Ninjas good. Whether or not it was good or bad, it shows that, one, players might not be as prepared for the deck, and number two, it shows that if players aren't prepared for it, you can get some easy wins. This reminds me of a lot of things we've talked about in Yu-Gi-Oh's past, all the way down to like Ritual Beast. If players aren't prepared for these matchups, guess what? You're going to get those free wins. That's how it is. So, over on the top end competitive spectrum here, does the game look better? Well, I can tell you a lot more people are geared for the mirror match. I think we watched so many Kashtira games, or I scrolled through. I saw Lava Golems, Book of Eclipses. People are, they're geared up right now for this format. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. If you were watching like Kashtira fully resolved, it's probably because the opponent didn't have anything to stop it. Oh, and Nibiru's, by the way. Nibiru's everywhere. I can't tell you. I haven't seen like Nibiru's everywhere. I can't hold it back anymore. Yeah, well, just play around the Nibiru. Well, okay, that's fine. You can play around the Nibiru all you want, but if you play around it and I don't have it, well, then that makes cleaning up your board all the easier. So that's like something I really wanted to focus on and say there right now is cleanup is way easier right now. So on the YCS level, things are okay. All right, we're about where we were kind of last format, but Scale is so much more dialed back. Now, on to the topic of some interesting things. Now, there was a regional this weekend that I have been working on for a majority of the night, gathering info, getting this ready to present later in the week. Here's what I can tell you. Yeah, Kashtira had some slots in the regional, but there was some very surprising... Well, Robbie, stop! Everybody was at the Team YCS. That's not entirely true. You will have a lot of people that opted out of this event. You'll have a lot of people that, yeah, sure, did go. But that doesn't take away from these events and these players that did show up to do well at these events. So before you naysay here, yeah, Kashtira had some showing. Fallen of Albaz had some showing. I keep getting crap from my comment section like, Robbie, you keep underestimating Fallen of Albaz. He's coming for you. I mean, I'm not saying that the deck's not good. But if I'm kind of looking around the room here, and these are the same people that are telling me the Flaunderies can't top a regional. Wrong. Same people that are looking around telling me that, you know, Sword Soul can't top a regional. Wrong. You know, there's some problems here. I can tell you that a lot of people are shooting very high at a lot of these particular decks. I think the YCS this weekend is going to show a lot of people that, you know, they're reaching very high up here for a lot of these decks, and a lot of people are going to shoot very high. Now, wherever you want to put things on the tier 1, tier 2, I use a lot of regional data and a lot of things to kind of look and analyze decks. That's why in the last couple formats you've seen me put things in different spots, and you're like, why does that go there? Well, I mean, Scareclaw had 3 to 4 regional tops. I didn't super prepare for any other major events, but I mean, that doesn't mean that the deck isn't a viable competitor. Sorry to tell you that. So out of the big regionals weekend, one of the biggest things caught my attention was Judgment of the Pharaoh is back, baby. Second place out of the regional was Judgment of the Pharaoh, showcasing Virtual World again. And we've seen this before. And every single time I bring this up, people are like, oh my god, Robbie, it's not getting a reprint. Why is it so expensive? I'm not telling you to go pick these up. I'm just here to tell you, deck did well. And that's Yujo Friendship being dropped off of the Beatrice. I don't know if we were siding the Unity. I'm not sure. I haven't had the chance to sit down and look at the list just yet. But in the past, we've seen the Unity being sided. You could side that in. So you would have the optional effect for the Judgment of the Pharaoh. Is the deck good? I think it's cool. All right. I think it topping a regional shows, one, how under or over prepared people are for Kashtira. Kind of showcases some of the things going on in the format right now. And I think going forward here on the regional level, I'll have to wait and see, you know, once we get more data in the coming weeks here. But I think this is a very diverse format. I understand that, yeah, Kashtira zone locking you, ha-has and fun. Yeah, sure, I get that. But that's not stopping all these other decks over here. And by the way, I mentioned Flaunderies. They're still doing things. I'm actually seeing Flounder top regionals now. Contrary to popular belief out of last format where we were only seeing this deck top on the YCS level and it was just barren wasteland out here in the regional level, they got some regional tops, finally. Guess what? You don't need Barrier Statue Stormwinds for this deck to be good. Fun fact, they still have everything that they had before the Barrier Statue. Oh, wait. Pete naysayers are going to show up in the comment section and be like, you're just hyping this up. You have like 3,000 admins sitting in a basement somewhere. I don't know where people get this crap, but no, I don't. Just looking at the data and presenting it. So we'll cover that regional later in the week. I just kind of wanted to get my feet a little bit wet here and just kind of tell everybody that, hey, good things are happening in the back. And, you know, especially from what I've seen on local levels too, it's not just Kashtira bling bling 9,000 whoop whoop, I got money in the bank. You know, it's not the case. It's, you've got a lot of people out here that, yeah, it is projected to be the best deck, and nobody's dying that, but I mean, we just had a local tournament tear through here this weekend for a store championship locally, and Zodiac won. All right, smashing through Labyrinth, Sprite, you know, Sword Soul. It's Zeus Turbo, baby. Yeah. Well, wait, Robbie, they could just cheese out the Borbo? Yeah, they can. But that's why you play like 3,000 other good cards to make sure that they actually can't do that. A little bit of a fun fact there. You have responsive cards to clean up those sorts of problems. Who would have guessed? Well, it's everything that we've seen. I've seen early thoughts we'll analyze later on in the week here and see where we're going. So please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think. See your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.